Friends, during the time of his parinibbana, the Buddha told Ananda, his close confidant, that there are four places of interest which should be visited by those people who are treading on the path of Dhamma, which will inspire them further. These four places are, the first one is Lumbini, where the Buddha was born. The second place was Bodh Gaya, where he first attained enlightenment. The third place is Sarnath, where he first delivered his discourse. The fourth place is Kusinara, where he attained Mahaparinibbana. Let us see all these places of interest and what are the stupas built at all these places. First is Lumbini. At Lumbini, we can find that it's a sacred place where he was born, and there is an inscription there which contains a following verse that I have attended this place during the 20th year of coronation by King Ashoka. And there is a temple, there's an ancient shrine with an image representing his birth as Prince Siddhartha. In Bodh Gaya, we find that there's a place where the Buddha attained enlightenment, and it is located at Bihar. There are many shrines and many monuments here. The Mahabodhi temple is approximately 160 feet high. It enshrines a great gilded statue of the Buddha touching the earth, which symbolizes a supreme event. And to the west of this temple stands the Bodhi tree. There's a red sandstone slab there, which was a seat wherein it is said that Buddha attained enlightenment there. Then when we see Sarnath, Sarnath is a place where the Buddha first gave his discourse, which is known as the Dhammachakka Pavattana Sutta, or the turning of the wheel into motion. Known as Deer Park, in the earlier days, 5 bhikkhus, 5 monks were there who totally became liberated after listening to this discourse. And the ruins of Sarnath cover an extensive area. There are lots of stupas which are built here even by King Ashoka out here, one of which is the Dhammeka stupa. When we see Kusinara, lying between two twin salad trees, the Buddha lay down and attained his parinibbana. There is a very huge stupa built here from the Gupta period. There are also ruins of many shrines out here. Recently, there is a very big shrine which has a very huge figure, recumbent figure of the Buddha depicting Mahaparinibbana. Then, in addition to these four, there is a place called, Savatthi, which is one of the largest cities of India at the time of the Buddha, and today it is in the small village of Sahit Makit, which is in the state of Uttar Pradesh. It was here that the merchant Anatha Pindaka paid a fabulous amount in gold for buying a grove wherein the Buddha spent 25 years of his teachings in rain retreats out here. So it's a very important place at the time of Buddha in even today. Rajgriha, today's modern Rajgir, which is in Bihar, and it is also said to be associated with the life of the Buddha. The bamboo grove here was donated by King Bimbisara, as well as the vulture's peak, Gijjakuta, which was a place of retreat which was liked by the Buddha during his lifetime. It is here that Devadatta, the first cousin of Buddha, tried to take his life a lot many times. Vesali, which was known as Basar in the Muzaffar district of Bihar, was a stronghold of Dhamma. It was here that the Buddha announced that his Mahaparinibbana is nearby. And Sankassa is a place where Buddha is said to have descended to earth from the Tower Timsa. This is located in Farokhabad district of Uttar Pradesh. There are ruins of many stupas here. Nalanda, this is a monastic establishment which became very famous in the centuries following the Buddha's Mahaparinibbana. It is said that Buddha visited Nalanda a lot many times during his lifetime. Afterwards, for many centuries, it was a place of learning for various sects of people, including Buddhism. When we look at all these historical places, we feel that we are walking on the footsteps of the Buddha. I myself have visited all these places of Buddhist interest and have meditated at all these places. And truly, the meditation here is a very sacred experience, and one has to experience it to believe it. During one's lifetime, it is very necessary for us who are walking on the path of Dhamma to visit these places. May all beings be happy.